wife Michele, and hasn't it been a joyous we appreciate the servers, the bartenders, the hosts, the photographers. It's been a well-organized together. Michele wants to go into a little deeper detail. She's the detail oriented. She's also the fun one. So you're gonna have a wonderful life. So Michele has.
Well, we wanted to share how we've seen God's hand in your lives right from the beginning and throughout, weaving in and out of your relationship and bringing us all to this moment today. So back in 2018, we went up to SLO in April for the open house, and we're in the UU, the University Union, and there's this big quad. Any of you have been there, you know, and we see across the quad this incredibly gorgeous young woman, and we see our David just launch across the quad like he was shot out of a cannon, and we think, how did we not know about this? What is going on here? We're seeing this moment. It was like it was in slow motion. It was like it was music playing. There was a panning of some kind of a camera, and we're thinking, how on earth did we not know about this? But what David told us is that he knew her from their AP Environmental Science, from their high school group at Trinity. But all of a sudden, in that moment, something happened. And how often does a parent, and Jeff and Lori were there too, and got to see this magical moment? How often do we just see our life, our children's lives change right in front of our eyes? So what a moment. God brought the two of you together. There was that dance that night. They decided to go to that dance that night. They decided at some point during that dance that they were going to figure out a way to find a church together. They go back. David actually texts her a week or two later. She's kind of surprised to hear from him and says, let's go to church. And they start going to church. Then comes time for us to move David into the dorms. Okay, so we're unloading.
You want to say anything about the BBS?
Oh, I missed. Yep, sorry. In the summer, yeah. During the summer, Abby invited David to help out with their church's vacation Bible school. Well, they had to drive together to the church every day, and there was lots of bonding going on.
Working with first graders.
Yeah, so that was a good thing. Okay, so things are, moving forward. Okay, so now we didn't know that in between there was a magical first date. August 27th.
Sound familiar? 4 years ago, which is another numerology thing for the Austins, right?
Yes, it is. So, okay, fast forward another week or two later, we're moving David in to campus, and right as we're unloading a bunch of stuff, who walks by? Right by us, within touching distance, but Jeff and Lori and Abby carrying her stuff to her dorm room that was 5 doors down, and there's huge windows in David's room, and she's gonna have to pass this room every single day to see him. We're thinking this could be really awesome, or this could be really awkward. But things must have gone very well, because a few weeks later, and it was only a few weeks later, David said to us words we've never heard before, which is, I have a plan.
Doesn't want to have too much fun, but you can't play.
So the first words we said were, wow. Okay, and then we said, okay, what kind of plan would that be? I And he said, I am going to be dating Abby, and we're going to find a church together here in San Luis Obispo, and we're going to serve together in some kind of ministry, maybe with junior hires, middle schoolers. And at the end of school, when we graduate, I'm going to ask her to marry me. September 2018.
A man with a plan.
So we worked that plan. They found a church. They started attending that church. They found a wonderful man named Luke who started mentoring them at that church. They did both get into various ministries. David was working with junior hires, and you may or may not know, but he is now teaching middle schoolers, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade history. So he worked that plan very, very hard. And you know, we see God in that plan. We see God bringing them to that UU. We see God bringing them to those dorm rooms. We see God meeting them in their church. We see God leading them to this moment. And we are so blessed and so grateful that God put you in our lives, Abby. And we're so grateful that you love our son. And that your family loves him. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to say this out loud. Sometimes I think more than we do. I mean, Lori, how?
We'll take it.
It's hard to be. I mean, I've been trying to keep up. I have been trying to keep up. You guys are giving me a real run for that, but they couldn't love him anymore. I know that, and we couldn't love you anymore. And we're so grateful. And we want to pray that God will continue to work in your life. I'm the planner, obviously. So, you're up.
Okay. I'm not sure who really knows me, but if you know me well, you know I believe in prayer. A couple years ago I was at, dying of COVID, and through the prayers of people like this here.
Many of you here have prayed for him. You did. Many of you here, and cancer. He has cancer, and the prayer has gotten us to this moment right here.
So yeah, we really do believe in prayer. So if for a few moments, if you just bow your heads as I lead us out in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for David and Abby, for the kind and loving people they are, for the way they've served you and sought you over these 4 years. We ask your blessing on this marriage. May David and Abby grow closer to you and to each other. Help them to work together through all of life's joys and challenges, and help them to keep you as the foundation of their marriage. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. And we'd like to toast to David and Abby.